Hello everyone, my name is Cody.
And I'm Liz.
And welcome to Unit 3, Concert Gone Wrong. Now, this is a little bit more of a serious topic because in Texas, Houston, Texas specifically, there was a music festival fairly recently called Astro World Festival. And this was an R&B kind of festival with a lot of other actually kind of music styles from classic rock to flamenco. They had a multi-day event of like Nike pop-up store, a celebrity golf event, and some other things to raise a lot of money to give to charity to help young people for education. A lot of good things. And only 100,000 tickets were sold for this event, and it, people snapped them up so fast. Snap up.
Snap up.
The excitement for this, because one of the main people performing there was Travis Scott, and he's a native to Houston, Texas, and so a lot of people are, we want to see him. He's a really big R&B and rap artist right now, and it sold out very fast. Now, the concert and everything was for a good cause originally, but there was a kind of disaster or tragedy that happened that we'll talk about a little later that makes this more serious. But I wanted to ask you in a more general sense.
Yes.
When was the last concert you went to, and what was it?
That's a really good question. It was definitely pre-COVID, and I'm honestly not sure if I've ever been to a concert in Korea. So it would have been before that.
All right.
It was probably, I'm guessing, for a Japanese artist. There's a Japanese solo guitar player who I really like. So it was probably that, but it's been so long I can't really remember. How about you? What was the last concert you went to?
The last one was more of a big concert event, similar I can say to this one. It was in October 2019, I believe, October or early November, I can't remember the date, but it was the jazz festival in the Soul Forest or Soul Souk, and I went there with my fiance, girlfriend at the time, and we enjoyed it. We liked jazz. I had a great time, and that's the last concert. Because obviously, shortly after that, pandemic happened.
Not many concerts.
Not many since then, right? Now, in the idea of concerts, there's a lot of large crowds. So, do you ever feel comfortable with large crowds?
Yes and no. So I don't mind, crowded cities. Seoul is a very crowded place. But for example, in the subway, sometimes it gets crazy crowded. And I actually experience this more in Japan than I have in Korea, because I don't ride a lot of rush hour trains in Korea these days. Usually it's much too early or much too late for rush hour. But when you're you feel like you're not even standing on your feet because people are squeezing you and lifting you up, and
floating.
Or your body is here and your legs are there. I don't like crowds like that, and I do feel very kind of claustrophobic in that situation.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm not that comfortable with crowds. In America, I was never big by standard. I feel a little bigger here, but not much. I still feel a little uncomfortable with big crowds. And when I'm with my fiance, I definitely a little more concerned. Now the jazz festival, large crowd, but a very big area, and people sit.
Right.
It's not packed.
Right.
But I did take her to a concert back in 2018, and it was very packed, and people were pushing forward. And I felt that, and I instantly knew, okay, I have to get her out of here. I don't want to be crushed or pushed or something happen. But yeah, I don't like big crowds, especially for concerts.
I can understand that.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk more about the negative later.
Okay.
And now onto the language focused. First one, due to. So for my example, you're more likely to gain weight due to unhealthy eating habits.
Okay, and the second point is anything but. For example, when family gets together for the holidays, it is anything but quiet.
Never quite. So true. All right, and that's it for our preview section, and we'll see you in the review.